entire time, but I'm so glad I didn't. Welcome to Last Call. I don't know why I'm using that fucking voice, but welcome to Last Call. Last Call is the show that happens after the corner where you get to learn a little bit more about the guest hosts on the show. So we have a surprise. We have Chris and Mila, and we have Gabe, who wasn't on the show like an asshole.
Wow.
Well, that's not gonna work.
I'm just kidding, man. That's why I'm smiling like that. So today's category, today's subject is going to be, what was your first dream car? I don't know why we just went live. I don't even know if any of that intro went through.
It did go through. You're about 45 seconds in.
Okay. What happened?
You heard it.
Hell yeah, I am.
Fire your production assistant.
No, he just doesn't pay attention. That's all it is. This is an everyday thing for me. This is an everyday thing for me. This is every Thursday. This is every day. It's my thing.
I like how we just pivot, smoke out at all costs.
You fucking saint.
You know,
I have missed nothing. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So we're gonna do our first dream car, which is like, what was your first, like, when you were a kid? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have that car when I grow up. Mm-hmm. Also, not to be confused with, which will be a future episode. What was your iconic car? Meaning the DeLorean, the General Lee, the Knight Rider. Like what? But don't give it away.
I keep telling you, a racist is not a car.
I mean,
the presidency.
Oh, racist.
That was too soon, and I should probably take that out.
All right.
126. Okay. All right, Esteban.
Yes.
What was your dream car? Like when you were growing up, it was like, oh my god, if I had that car, it's everything.
I had two. One was a 66 Mustang, and another one was a 67 Chevy Impala.
Oh, nice.
True man.
Nice.
True man of culture here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Those were the two.
Any particular Mustang? Because I want to see if it's the same as my answer.
It's 1966 Shelby Mustang.
You motherfucker! All right, we wanted the same car. We wanted the same fucking car. Okay.
Shelby Mustang, silver, black race stripe, going down the center. Yeah,
right down the center, like Marlon Wayans. Probably the reverse of that, black, but the silver.
The silver stripe. Stripe.
Yeah, absolutely. You took my car. You took my battleship.
Exactly.
So what made you want that car?
It just looked fucking cool, dude. You know, there's a lot of there's been a couple pictures that I saw with my grandpa next to it. You know,
oh yeah.
But I don't think he ever had it. You know, because he was like my grandpa, my dad's dad was a butcher, and I'm like fucking know all this shit now because of him, and I'm very grateful for it. So, but yeah, it was just it's
awesome,
huh?
And you cook awesome.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, it's not. I'm not no professional.
Fucking compliment and move on, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
You probably know how to cut like perfectly.
You know, I'm not a professional, but I follow instructions really well. So
his Kraft mac and cheese comes out the cheesiest.
It does, in a crock pot, no less. So there's that.
Nice, absolutely.
All right. No, yeah. There's been a few pictures of like my grandpa next to it, and my uncle's next to it. So it's like I knew the car was around. You know what I mean? And then just seeing it in pictures and stuff. So cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, Vanessa. What was your dream car?
Okay, so it wasn't a car. It was a Harley.
Nice.
When I first watched Easy Rider.
Nice.
I always wanted one of those bikes with the big handlebars. Not like the stars and stripes that he had on it, but more like the flames that the other bike had.
Yeah.
But I like the
I'll
big.
turn that on if you want.
Touching myself.
You will after you touch that.
There's a button called mute,
Sorry.
John Cena.
I'm touching myself.
Uh-oh.
You should.
Okay.
Sorry, Vanessa. What was it? You like what? Oh, the motorcycle. Is it
Chopper?
Ape Hangers?
Ape hangers.
Ape Hangers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't,
And
Ape hangers, custom forks, saddlebag.
With the fat boy tire.
Yep.
and a little bit after, like when I was a little older, the AC Cobra. Just because
Nice.
it's badass.
Nice.
yeah. All right. Anything in particular? You saw it once. You.
I remember seeing it and somebody was talking about it, like some car show.
Okay. Esteban, going back to you really quick.
Yeah.
Do you want it with the vents on the shell, or do you want it shell
With the vents.
in the vents? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go to the Wu-Tang Clan over there, Angela, what is your favorite? What was your dream car growing up?
A Falcon.
The bird?
No, a Falcon.
Ford Falcon.
I know, I'm joking. Ford Falcon.
Yeah. I always wanted a Falcon.
Nice. Any reason why? You saw the car once and you loved it?
I think I saw the car once and I was like, I want that kind of car. And what's kind of funny is that I did end up with like an older car at one point in my life, but it was Ash, you remember this? This is when we were doing Dracula. But it was the I think 60Z, I don't know, but it was like stick. It looked like a little freaking little tiny car, but it was a Z and it was stick and like I was zooming around. But yeah, my dream car would be a Falcon.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Very, very nice. All right. Chris? We know we're gonna go on later.
A rental.
Dude, John Cena is right behind you with his fucking hat right there. I don't know if you see that.
I'm gonna punch you every time you call me John Cena.
Bro, he used to come out with a camo hat for fucking years. That's the only reason why I bring it up.
Lots of people. So it's Stone Cold.
That's true.
Okay.
But I can't call you Stone
Ladies,
Nah.
you up.
Cold.
When I was
Chris?
a kid, there was a car on Need for Speed 2 for the Sega Saturn called the Ford GT90. It was a concept
Need
car.
for Speed goes all the way back to the Saturn?
Need for Speed goes all the way back to the Atari Jaguar.
Need for Speed goes back, yeah.
I thought
So-
PlayStation 1 was the start of it.
You're gonna sidetrack. You're
No.
gonna sidetrack.
So Need for Speed 2 had this concept car called the Ford GT90, which eventually turned into the Ford GT, which was a newer version of the Ford GT race car from the 60s. It had a V8 quad turbo, fucking all-wheel drive, and it sounded like angels having sex and then being murdered. But they never made two of them.
In
And
that order.
and it sucked. Believe me when I say, let me know when you have that iconic car, because I got a bunch. Because down the street from me, there was a guy that had a 67 Mustang Fastback, all black, and that thing was fucking cammed. So when he started it up, it was like, like that thing was nasty as fuck. He wrapped that thing around a tree in Tahunga and then bought a Camaro and then wrapped that around a tree in Tahunga and then bought an El Camino, wrapped that around a tree in Tahunga. I mean, the guy just wrecked car after car after car
Stop
after
giving
car.
them cars.
My first
Get out of
My-
Tahunga.
My first three cars are actually no slouch. My first car was a 92 MR2, and then had a Toyota Supra with a turbo motor swap, and then I had a 240 SX, which I learned to drift on. That thing was more Krylon and black duct tape than it was bumper.
Nice.
My first car was an 85 Chevy Blazer.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
At least you had room for people.
That's also showing my age, so just FYI.
I had a 1978 Toyota Datsun, Toyota Corolla.
It was my uncle's. He gave it to me.
Sweet. Right back to you. So,
One of those. What are these two?
but I know. Gabe,
Sir.
we're going to go to you because, Mila, we haven't seen you in so long that you're the best for last. John Cena. Okay.
John Cena.
Bing Chili.
Excuse me, John Cena.
Bing Chili. I told him what
Mean Shane.
I fucking love Santino, dude.
It's only like a 15-minute show, maybe.
Sure.
Gabe, what was your dream car growing up, bro?
I had one day come across the 57 Chevy and just instantly fell in love with it. And then my grandma told me that my grandfather always wanted one of those, but never got his hands on one. Although, funny enough, he had a 64 Impala.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Nice.
but yeah, that was just like love at first sight. I've loved it ever since.
Very cool.
Chevy. Okay. All right, Mila. Welcome back. You've missed nothing.
Oh, I know.
What was your dream car?
I have two. My first dream car, I have to say, was a 1966 Ford Mustang. Just because I thought all old cars should sound like that.
Right.
And that was just that was the epitome of a car. And then when I got to the age where I could start looking at cars for me to actually drive, I fell in love with a 97 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
The Eclipse was everywhere, like the Tesla.
Remember,
Oh.
I even said Eclipse that you don't see them very often anymore.
I had an
Because-
Eclipse.
I wanted one so bad, and then my dad started doing research and realized that at some point those things go to crap, and the engine mounts drop out of them, and like they just go to shit. And it was about the time that I would be gaining one of them.
Let's
So
see.
he was like, no.
Off top of my head, the timing chain advances, the timing chain breaks, the motor mounts fall out, the fourth
I had an Eclipse
spark
for
plug
like
stugs out.
maybe 9-10 months, and it went to shit so quick.
Yeah, my dad researched the car. He was like, okay, you want one? I'll look into it. And he looked into it, and he was like, no. And I was so
You are
hard.
not getting this death trap. No,
You know what's
absolutely
Yeah,
not.
it was awful.
If you got an 89 to 95 Eclipse,
Yeah,
those were bulletproof.
They went forever. But the year I wanted, because of the that was when they did that like
The Paul Walker one.
smooth out model, and it had the little hump in the hood.
I think
For
I
the-
think I got mine in like 98. Yeah, I think I got mine in like 98. It just
His favorite car sounds a little rough.
sucked. Horrible. It was horrible.
I'm sorry, Mila. Did you say? Did you finish?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I got my piece.
It's the same car that Esteban liked, but I also did like the fastback. I love the Mustang, but it was super square.
Mhm.
Like the OG, it was like super like just cuts off.
Really?
With
Which
the fastback.
muscle car had curves then, Ash? Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
No, what about what was the Smoking the Bandit car?
Trans Am.
Trans Am.
Yeah, that was sleek.
That's
I mean,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna call you on this one. That's a post oil crisis muscle car, not the same.
Okay, you can't ask two different questions and then give criteria after.
You're talking car shit, brother. Yes, you can.
All right. Well, it was supposed to be an easy night. But yes, fastback and the Shelby were like my shit.
Yeah.
I also love if they weren't fucking cholo cars like the Cadillacs, the Lincolns, the ones that fucking
Well, you're right. It wasn't a black car. I'd get a Pontiac as well, Ash.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it like that. Like it's a bad thing.
But you are.
Thank you, Esteban.
With with my shaved head, it's not gonna be fucking
Homie,
sweet. It's gonna
homie.
come off bad.
Hold on.
Are you
Hold on.
culturally appropriating skinheads, bro? What is this guy all about today?
Bro, you're talking about the Impala and stuff like that. The only way that it would look like it, no, I know, but I'm saying it
Yeah.
just because a car is associated to cholos and stuff like that, you would have to put so much fucking work into the car in order for it to look like that. If you
That's the love that I have for it. I would make it exactly like how they do
that's
it.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's one of those things where it's just like you're tying it to the cholo culture when in reality it's not. You know what I mean?
One of the guys back in the day in the street races when I was on the streets doing shit had it was like a Chevy Malibu from like the late 70s, and we're like, oh damn, it's cool. He rolls up and we hear a turbo sound come out of it. Like, the fuck? He had ripped out the V8 and tossed in a straight 6 turbo from some tractor. And we're like, what the hell? Yeah, he smoked everyone at the races that night. And
That's awesome.
Junkyard.
I always love when people have the putt, but the engine's like from some fucking horsepower up your ass, like can kill you. He just doesn't look like he can. You know what I mean? Is that your computer? I would bet that thing is like the shell of it is nothing, but the inside is fucking crazy. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's a gift.
I'm giving that to Gabe.
I feel like that's how they built fucking the T1000.
Oh, with some crazy man at the wheel piecing it together over a certain amount of time. Yeah, that's exactly how they did it.
And another group of friends threw some money together to help me get the parts together so this asshole could get online.
Look at the appreciation on his face.
I know, right? Not even a smile till the end.
Are you okay, Chewy? All right. So this has been our first stream car. This has been Last Call. Thank you. Fucking much appreciated. Welcome back, Mila and Chris.
What's up?
At least the Last Call and Gabe. Thank you. Oh, and Esteban, but I already thanked you on the other show.
And no love for Vanessa.
Hi,
No,
Vanessa.
Vanessa's day one. I don't have to thank her.
Fuck you,
She's day
Ash.
one.
Fuck you.
It's a bigger compliment that happened after.
Yeah.
You should love yourself now.
Stop the madness.
Never.